para poder asesorarle mejor. Yo creo que me tengo que ir.
Hello, good afternoon in Spain, everyone, to all the attendees, both on site and also online. It's a pleasure to organize this yearly event, which is very, I think, important for all the business mentors to keep connected, to see what is happening in the network, and it's an opportunity also to connect with other networks, not only our network, but also other networks that are working on this issue, on mentoring for entrepreneurs, and to be aware of their improvements, of their evolution, of the critical aspects that they are facing in this network. I'm here today with Ruben Fernandez. He's the manager of the Madrid, of the specific network that we have in Madrid, the madri+d mentoring network. And he will be sharing with me some initial minutes to keep you informed about how is both the business mentor and the Madrid mentoring network going on and evolving. And well, we have also today 4 no, not four, eight representatives of different networks. They are experts in different fields, and they will be also sharing with us how their networks are evolving at the critical aspect that they are facing. And we will have two round tables, and we will be talking with them in a few minutes. So let's start. I will start with a very short presentation of the evolution of the Business Mentor Network, the Business Mentor certification in the last year. So I think this is the, yeah. Okay, very quickly, the Business Mentor, all of us are certified business mentors. You know that, well, you have to pass some tests, trainings, etc. Now, as you know, the Business Mentor Madrid+d certification is the only one that we know, international quality certification based on ISO 9001 of mentoring for entrepreneurs. So we are still in this, I think, in these small groups of certification addressing this issue. And I think we are the only one with a quality level. It's based on the, as you know, on the experience of the Madrid+d Foundation. We are the entity responsible for the accreditation of universities in Madrid. So this is the experience of the Fundación in this area is very large. This year we had about 60, 70 new more business mentors, and in total we have 779 business mentors from 41 countries. Now, last year we had 40 countries, now we have 41 because we have several business mentors in the United States. And well, mainly all of them are in Europe, but also in America we have 222 business mentors in cooperation with different networks. You also know that the goals of the certification are these three, mainly to validate knowledge and skills, to provide quality mentoring for entrepreneurs, but also to provide these quality certification standards and this international exchange of experiences and methodologies. Sometimes we publish interviews, other times we have videos, webinars, this type of events are also to keep the network connected. This year we organized 4 certification calls with 60 new business mentors in the last 12 months. Here, some of these business mentors are here today. This was the certification. The previous one was the 3. This is 54 certification. This is the 55. And last week we had the last one at the Complutense University, and this was the 56th certification. So here we also had a group of fantastic 15 business mentors from the university. We will also have more information about them with the participation of the Complutense University in the roundtable. These are the agreements that we have with different international organizations, and this year we add also Complutense University to this group. Here we have universities, we also have national entities responsible for entrepreneurship, like CNI in Brazil, in Argentina, also in Chile. We have 2 or 3 CELIEM in Central America, and we have worked with, as I say, with also in Europe, with the European Space Agency, with the EBN, and also with the Enterprise Europe Network. And just to finish my part, and I give the floor to Ruben, just to remind you that you have the business mentor area where you can find the information about, for example, when you log in, well, you can find there information, for example, templates for the business model, for the business model analysis, for internationalization, templates for connection with widening the group of founders. You also have information for the certificate renewal. We ask you to include your information here. For example, at this moment we have almost 800 business mentors, but not all of them have their certificate valid at this moment. About 200 of them have not renewed the certificate. So it's important that you know that after 5 years, you can renew your certificate, adding some information, some certificates of having supported companies as mentor, or having managed some networks, and all the information about that you can find it in your private area. Also, for example, you can contact other business mentors in the network, and this is more or less you can change your password, your photograph, your photo, and all these type of things. Okay, thank you, and Ruben, you can go ahead with the presentation of the Madrid business.
Okay.
Business network.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Well, hello, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Eduardo, for introducing me. Well, I'm the madri+d Mentor Network manager, and well, I just want to give you a brief overview of our mentoring networks data from the last year. Over the last year, we have organized for events, for meetings. In these meetings, we connect mentors with science and technology-based companies from the community of Madrid. We offer these startups a free 6-month mentoring program. In the last year, we have supported 26 new startups. Last year, 9 new mentors joined the madri+d Mentor Network. They all contribute and enrich the network with their huge experience. We thank them for joining the network. In this event, we want to highlight the most active mentors in our network. These are mentors who have supported more startups than anyone else in our network. Well, we take this opportunity to thank all mentors, and especially these mentors, for their invaluable dedication and for the impact they are making at this crucial stage in the development of entrepreneurial projects. Well, to conclude this summary of the past year, these are the startups that have participated in our free mentoring program. These are startups that provide real solutions for key sectors such as healthcare, biotechnology, energy, artificial intelligence, and other leading industries. I give the floor to Eduardo again.
Thank you, Robert. So, thank you for your presentation. Well, we have finished with this short introduction. We just wanted you to know that the network continues growing, and that and now it's the moment to know how other networks are, what other networks are doing. So I would ask, please, maybe if you can join us, and also we will have two online, and maybe two. I don't know if yeah, two. Okay. I don't know if Erika, please. Yes, thank you. Yeah.
We are sit here.
Yes, you can see it here. Erika, please put your headphones. Can you please help them? They will help you with this. Okay, we have today four four experts in this round table. First of all, yeah, is everybody okay? We have Inmaculada Lopez. She's the manager. She's the director of Compluemprende. Compluemprende is the pre-incubation program of University of Complutense University. Complutense University is the biggest one in number of students in Spain. It's also a big number of a growing number of spin-offs, and Inmaculada will show us how they are also growing in the field of entrepreneurship. We also have here Erika Pavez. She's an expert in the field of mentoring. She's a consultant, mentor in many programs in Chile. She has a very wide knowledge of what's going on in Chile in mentoring. She's also co-founder of a network called Red Mad. It's about
like Ejecon.
Yeah, it's like Ejecon in Spain. Yes, it's about it's coordinating a network of non-profit organizations supporting or promoting female talent,
Yes.
to be incorporated into senior management in companies. So thank you for being here too, Erika. We also have online two persons. They are Sara Simon. Sara Simon is the executive director at Youth Business Spain. It's an organization also coordinating the participation of different non-for-profit organizations supporting young people, launch of and consolidation of startups. So they are also working in the field of entrepreneurship. Thank you for being here, Sarah. And finally, it's Ritesh Jain. He works at the European Space Agency as a commercialization engineer. He's managing many activities in the ISABIC. The ISABIC is one of the largest and more successful networks in Europe related to entrepreneurship, in this case in the space sector. And Ritesh can probably tell us about how mentoring is impacting the activities of the network. Thank you, Ritesh, for joining us too. Thank you. Well, I would like to ask, first of all, maybe to you, Ritesh, about the, what is exactly the ISABIC program and how is mentoring impacting or the type of activities that you are developing related to mentoring in the ISABIC?
Yeah. So first of all, Eduardo, thank you so much. I'm really honored to be here with such esteemed panelists today. So ISABIC, basically, it's BIC stands for Business Incubation Centers. And the objective of these business incubation centers are to support entrepreneurs which are creating solutions relevant to the space technologies, and then later converting these ideas or solutions into highly successful businesses. And these successful businesses later contribute to the regional economic growth and broadly to the European space ecosystem. So this is the objective, what we really look and what we really aim for within the ISABIC programs. And we are based in several countries within Europe. And one of our incubation center is here at Madrid+d. And if we talk about mentorship, how mentorship play an important role within this program, I would say mentorship is really the heart of this program. Like I have visited Madrid+d before. We spoke to a lot of startups there, even other places, and we realized that whenever I talk to a company who is under good mentorship, they stand out. They are really different than the companies who don't have a proper mentorship. And we realized that in ISABIC, we do provide some funding for developing initial prototypes or their product. We provide some offices for them to incubate their team. But also it's more about the mentorship, the guidance, the business expertise, the strategically refining of their business development, and the matchmaking which the mentors provide to the team is really, really valuable. And it's like, they are preparing them to compete in this competitive market and be ready for the real life challenges, which they have and envisioned and they have potential to.
So if I understand well, even if you don't have a coordinated mentoring program, you think that mentoring is really important in for the success of your companies. Am I right?
Absolutely, 100%. I think we underestimate a lot this mentorship and the importance of it. It's definitely very important, and coordinating it, making it more shaped, I think will help a lot.
Uh-huh. Okay, thank you. Well, Immaculada, can you tell us about mentoring in your university, especially about this program, which is really innovative, that you
Yes.
are coordinating now, bringing the efforts of the different schools together, of the different faculties, and maybe it's a good example for others.
Okay, thank you, Eduardo, and thank you to all the team of the madri+d Foundation for this invitation. First of all, to understand our entrepreneurial ecosystem, our network, I want to remind that you say Complutense University is the largest presential university in Spain and the third in Europe. We have 66,000 students and more than 8,000 professors. With these figures, it's easy to understand that we have a great potential and a great entrepreneurial talent. To support this talent, Complutense University created its entrepreneurship office called Comproemprende, which is celebrating this year its 18th anniversary, anniversary in 2025. For Compluemprende is important because belongs to the Vice Rectory for Lifelong Learning, Employability and Entrepreneurship. And I want to know that name is important because employability and entrepreneurship is what represents our objective of this mission. To achieve this mission, we have Compluemprende and we have a network of pre-incubators. And what are these pre-incubators? These are specific entrepreneurship units connecting to academic fields. So, Complutense has 26 faculties, and we currently have 19 of these pre-incubators in these faculties: Fine Arts, Biology, Documentation, Information Science, Economics, Physics, Politics, Chemistry, Commerce, Education, Nursing, Statistics, Pharmacy, Computer Science, Optics, Psychology, Social Work, Veterinary, and most recently, Medicine. The mission of this pre-incubator is to detect, support, and develop entrepreneurial talent within each faculty. So we detect innovation projects with the potential to transfer these innovation projects in impact, in real impact in business to society. We want our students not only to think as scientists, but also as entrepreneurs. We want their research don't stay only in academic fields, but are transforming into real projects with impact into society. To do this, we had 2 professionals certified by Business Mentor certification. But however, with the strong growth of our network, we realize that we need to go further. That's why recently, last week, we carry out the Business Mentor certification to all pre-incubators directors. Our goal is to ensure that these entrepreneurship mentors can provide not only scientific expertise, but also business knowledge and mentoring skill to guide these innovation projects from lab to market. If we want to have a real impact into society, we must transfer this knowledge, this scientific knowledge, in viable and sustainable business. And for that, this certification is very important for us.
Thank you, Inma. It was a fantastic group. Erika, well, you are really a real expert in everybody you talk in Chile. Many people know you because you are involved in many different initiatives related to mentoring. Can you tell us about what do you think about this, the impact of mentoring and in the different programs that you know there, and especially in your network, in the Red Mat network?
Okay. Do you know Chile? Some people know Chile because we have wines, the best wines in the world, copper, salmon. But today I want to talk about the territory, about the mindset, about the role of the state, and some examples. I will talk with you for 3 minutes, and then we can speak. My name is Erika. I currently living in Chile and Madrid. I am from Chile, and all this year I am thinking why we are different. When you live in a country, you can see more. When you are a tourist, you don't see nothing. I've been a certificate business mentor for Fundación Madrid the last month. I've been only 1 month in Spain, but I am very happy because I could learn about your mindset and perhaps create new bridges to mix. I would like to tell you one of the things that makes Chile unique, the territory. We are one of the most largest country in the world. If we assume Spain, France, Switzerland, and Germany, they are like Chile. We are very long, but very short. We have 470 kilometers longest, and we have a average weight 177 kilometers, very short. And we have a lot of type of clients, and we have a lot of wonderful views. But we have earthquakes, we have tsunami, and that's, I think that makes different people. Mm-hmm. I think that nothing can stop us because always we have something on our head. And actually the opposite, this builds our character. And to build startups, you need to be very resilient. And the Chileans are resilient when they born. We are 25 million people used to competing in a free market economy. We don't have add and sell. Then we compete every day with the world. We have a lot of kind of brand of cars, for example. The people who know our country, wow, because we are like a lab for some countries. Mm-hmm. And it's an isolated country which learned how to fly, swim, and climb, literal and symbolical. We had to develop skill to have access and connection with the rest of the world. And you have very near the world, and that's a big difference. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you for this very interesting introduction about our brother country in all the countries in Latin America. So it's and in fact, when we talk with other countries in Latin America, no country like Chile is open to learning or to share your experiences with mentoring, because you have a very good programs in Chile, really impressive, and that's why we would like you to show us a bit. How would you think about your programs? Well, how is mentoring evolving in Chile?
Well, we had a lot of net of mentoring, but I know about the state.
Mm-hmm.
The state has an active role through Corfo. Corfo is a branch of the state, and he built instrument to develop an innovation system, innovative ecosystem, making our capacity stronger, and founding a startup, incubator, accelerator, and venture capital funds. The private put one, the state put two.
Mm-hmm.
50 years ago, Corfo founded the first 100% state accelerator in the world. That's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
And has inspired thousands of people. Every program includes 1,700 a broad standard startup, and only 30% are Chilean startup.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can see the world, because not the people go travel. Some startups don't have money to travel,
mm-hmm.
and the government make this accelerator, and a lot of and other countries are copy now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have an accelerator in Spain?
Well, we have many accelerators, of course, yeah. But probably in Corfo is managing a program at the European, at the national level that we don't have in Spain at the level. Just let us continue with the roundtable. No, sorry, because we don't have so much time. So let's talk to Sarah. Sarah, can you tell us a bit about your activities related to mentoring in your institution, in your network?
To invite Youth Business Spain to this roundtable. So we are a particular organization because Youth Business Spain is the member of a global network named Youth Business International, with presence in more than 70 countries all over the world. Our core objective is to reduce youth unemployment, promoting inclusive entrepreneurship, not just this startup, or technological or social and green entrepreneurship, all kind of businesses. So we focus on these youth people who has more barriers, lacks to access to resources and knowledge and background to start a business, to set up a business. In Spain, as you mentioned, Eduardo, we have a network of non-profit organizations. These organizations are spread throughout all the country, all over Spain, and they apply the methodology that we generate in the framework of Youth Business Spain. These organizations are the organizations that support the youth people starting the business, set up the business. What we do is to provide them the right methodology, improving the service they provide to the final users. And the mentoring is at the heart of our model, because actually Youth Business Spain born to bring to Spain the Youth Business International mentoring methodology, with the objective to bring to Spain this methodology more than 10 years ago now. It was a very pioneer mentoring for entrepreneurs at the moment. Now there are a lot of mentoring programs to entrepreneurship, but this one was one of the first ones setting up in Spain, and with this focus of youth people, and specific these people underrepresented or which has more barriers. So to talk a little, just some KPIs about our mentoring program in Spain. In the last 10 years, more than 3,900 businesses have been mentorized just in Spain. And the Youth Business Spain program has generated over 4,900 new jobs. And 77% of participants in this Youth Business Spain mentoring program improve their businesses management skill, and the business survival rate for those participating in this Youth Business Spain mentoring program is 91% after the 5 years. So our mentoring program is so critical in our activities. It's very, very important in the job we deliver. Not just all the journey to start the business, that is important when they have the idea, help the people starting the business, but then the consolidate is where our mentoring program is focused. Once they open the business, they have a volunteer mentoring for 1 year, supporting them in taking the decision and how to manage their businesses in this special year when they start.
I see. It's a fantastic methodology, and congratulations. Probably you are addressing many critical aspects. I would like to ask Ritesh. Ritesh, what are, from your point of view, the main, the more critical aspects that could be facing mentoring in your network? Maybe the availability of mentors. I don't know, the assignment. What's
So I have few things in my mind. When everybody was answering, I was thinking in my mind like, okay, I think few key important aspects of mentoring from what we see into our network is, first is the relevance. So how relevant a mentor is to the kind of activities we are doing. The second thing I can think of is consistency, like how consistent mentor is, because sometimes what happens, there is an issue with the availability of the founder, there is an issue with the availability of the mentor. They jump from one person to another. So it is very important that there is a consistency in between. And one of the important aspect is there should be a trust between the mentor and the mentee. So what kind of trust you build with your organization, with the mentors, so they can guide properly to the young startups or the people whom they will be mentoring is very important. And it's really not about like telling something, but it's also about asking the right set of questions, challenging, where people feel more comfortable about asking open question or brainstorming. It's so I would say these are the main point, but also there is an important aspect which was mentioned, the mindset. I think the mindset is also a key aspect. At what timing, at with what mindset we are mentoring is a very key aspect which I have seen based in my experience, how this can be very successful. The mentorships and the mentors can help better.
Great. And at the university, how do you deal with this? Because maybe your mentors could be also professors, could be of many different types, also people that alumni. How do you deal with these critical aspects when you are looking for the best mentor for a student, for example?
Well, I agree with
Ritesh,
Ritesh, yes. In my opinion, the success of mentoring depends the relationship between mentor and mentee. And we are professors, and it's very important that that relationship is important. Truth, empathy, and a clear communication are essentials. But I want to emphasize in one aspect: mentoring shouldn't be improvised. It's important to have a methodology, as Sarah said, and it's important to have a framework to work. From academic, have a framework, have a methodology is very important, and I think that is a key role in that relationship. Have a methodology,
Methodology,
yes, have
structured way to-
skills, a structural approach, tools, best practices, and in that sense, this certification
I agree with you.
is.
Best practices are very important. Sometimes we
Yeah.
are not aware of how important it is to show success cases.
Yes.
Probably in our case, it's something that we should also
Yes,
improve.
it's very valuable. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
And in your case, also, what do you think about these critical aspects? For example, in your network in Red Mad, what are the key aspects that you find with
I
your
think
mentees?
that the mentor is important.
They are women, I understand.
Yes,
yeah,
women.
of course.
But I think that the context is important. The context, the other structure, for example, consultant, advisor,
Yeah.
networking. If you don't have all the things, the mentor can't make all the work.
You think it's important that to have these different
Yes.
profiles when
Yes.
you are a mentor?
Yes, I'm sure that's the goal. I worked with Redman in a little networking who empowerment women startup lead to women. But I worked in the most important accelerator in Chile, and they are the best because they are all the ingredients. Because the startup needs a lot of things, not only a mentor. You need good mentor, but you need the other ingredient. I am sure that's the rest.
Yes, thank you. Well, we have to finish this roundtable. Just maybe some of you, maybe one of you or two would like to mention how important, well, Immaculada has told us how important for them are to have this methodology, so that probably that's why they are working on the business mentor methodology also. Maybe some other of you would like to mention something about the importance or how a certification could impact or can impact. And I also understand, Sarah, that you have an own methodology. I don't know if you certify your mentors as we do, but it's also a structured methodology. Ritesh, something to say about the impact of a certification? In fact, you had some of your colleagues were here in Madrid 2 years ago, I think, doing the certification.
Yeah, so I think one thing I would like to mention that whenever we speak, people usually, like the companies we in our network, they say that we are seeking for a mentor, but only few of them actually have a mentor. They really don't have a mentor.
You're right, yes.
So, and sometimes they are confused, like who to take, what is going on, what exactly will be the process of the mentoring. There is no framework, there is no process. It's just very ad hoc basis. And I strongly believe that having a process and a certification and a methodology can bring more clarity and bring more openness for people to experience, because everybody understands how important membership is. It's just about that communication and the trust, what could work and what could not work should definitely be there. This is a very common thing I think we have seen, and even this was very evident when we visited and when we saw the companies, when we met. They pointed out about like the processes, that they have these weekly things, they have these sessions, and there is a clear-cut methodology in place, that okay, on stage 1 you need this, on stage 2 you need this. So it brings a lot of clarity for the people and helps to focus on executing thing rather than just sit down and getting confused about should we go with this or not.
Great. Well, thank you. I'm afraid that we don't have more time, but well, thank you in any case to all of you, Ritesh, Sara, Erika, and Immaculada, and it's a big pleasure to have you here. And well, later we can talk with all the audience during the networking. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Thank you.
Yeah. Keep.
And now the next panel, the next panel focuses on on success cases related to mentoring process. Okay, we are going to present two cases of successful experiences. Okay, first of all, well, Dolores Serrano, she's a professor at the Faculty of Pharmacy at the Complutense University and director at Pharmadditiv. And Elena Rodriguez Mayol, she's online, she joins us online. She's business consultant, business angel, and mentor for our network for a long time. And then we are talking to Gerardo Berubides, that he's co-founder and CEO at Signbot, and with Jesus Querol, his mentor and promoter of deep tech startups. Well, first of all, you can sit down. I think. Well, let me firstly let me introduce Dolores. Dolores, thank you for being here and joining us for joining us to share your experience. Okay, you are professor at the Faculty of Pharmacy at the Complutense University. Okay, you are an expert in your field, and well, you want to contribute through Pharmadditiv. That Pharmadditiv is a project that participate in the deep tech program. Okay, so we would like to know a little more about your project. What does Pharmadditiv offer to the market?
Initially, we started working with 3D printing of medicines. So we realized, after having several contacts with hospitals, that when a person breaks their hip or their knee or something like that, the risk of infection was very high. And the current strategies are limited. You just get a massive amount of antibiotics in your body, and you hope that you don't develop this infection. So with this 3D printing technology, we realized that actually we can print an implant that it can place on the surface of this prosthesis before implantation. And what we wanted to do is really to get this clinical translation from the lab, these inks, these pharmaceutical inks that we are working on, to bring them to the hospitals so they can print in situ on the prosthesis that they are going to be inserted on patients. So now we are trying to do this clinical translation that is the most difficult part. The lab part is fine, but the clinical translation is trickier. Yeah.
Okay, I find that very interesting. So what were your challenges and main needs when you joined this mentoring program?
For example, I participated previously in other mentorships, Catapult or something from Complutense, but with my current mentor, I realized that I need to put a price to what I want to sell. So, okay, I'm developing a pharmaceutical ink, but if you want to get a business, you actually need to understand how much does it cost you to actually get a revenue and bring it to the market. In this transition, I never thought about it before. So actually, with my current mentor in deep tech, I developed this financial sheet that you go over and over, but you never have real numbers, or numbers that you have actually thought about them more carefully. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think your business approach has improved thanks to the mentoring sessions?
I think that at least you are more clear on what you need. Now you know how much money you need to actually start all the process and how much money you can get from public funding or for private investors. So this is clear now. Yeah. Yeah.
What aspects do you value most about your relationship with Elena, with your mentor?
I think it's very, very clear and objective, because I don't like that you always give me the reason. It's like, you are right, Dolores, this is great. No, you need to be criticized. You need to be told, it's like, I don't think this will work. Think better what you are considering. Give it another thought, and things like that. So I think this double thinking is very important for a mentor.
Okay, so do you think the mentoring process has been really useful for your business? Would you recommend this process for other entrepreneurs?
I think that until you don't do it, you don't understand what you can get from these programs. So it's very important because it opens your eyes. I mean, every person needs something different. For us, we need to bring us to the business point. We know the science, but we don't know how to sell it. So in this point is very important.
Okay.
So now, academic background, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Dolores, thank you very much. And now we move on to the other side, to Elena. Elena joins us online. Hello, Elena, how are you?
Hello, can you hear me well?
Yes.
Hello, yes.
Hello, hello.
Okay.
Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for having me here, for the invitation.
Okay. As I was saying, you are a business consultant, business angel, and mentor for our network for a long time. You supported Dolores in Pharmadditive. So what did you see in Dolores that made you think the mentoring process could work well?
Well, first of all, I have to say that it's the first time that I mentor a startup in this so early stage. So at the beginning of the process, I was a little bit expectant about the result. But then I met Dolores, and I felt that the connection between the two of us was immediate. And as Dolores said, she was being selected to be part.
We can't hear you. Can you close the camera?
No sé que no.
Okay, well,
I'm sorry.
Okay, we are move on to the next mentor and mentee pair. Okay. Let me firstly introduce Gerardo Berubides. Thank you for being here. You are co-founder and CEO at Signbot, a company expert in real-time asset allocation. First of all, we would like to know a little more about your company, about Signbot. What does Signbot offer to the market?
We say Signbot, but I don't know if it's correct in English. But yeah, it's not so fancy as biotech. We are doing mainly, we are tracking things. We start the company because we understand in the logistics sector they need to have a control in the starting with the number of assets that go inside or outside of the warehouse. And we in some point we develop the technology in order to do this in real time, so they have a control without the action of the operator, because 30% of the time that in the warehouse they are losing more or less in the unload and load the trucks. And after that, the customer also continue talking with the customer. They also say that they only don't want to be a real time or a control in real time about the product or the pilot. They also need to have a real time about the different assets that are inside of the warehouse. So we're now today, the easy way to explain, we are controlling everything inside of the house, in the warehouse. We are controlling the pallets and the product. We are controlling the forklift and also the persons. And with this kind of KPI, we are offering to the companies from the logistics sector to improve the performance of the warehouse. And this is more or less what we are doing today in Signbot.
Okay, all right. You participate in our in our free mentoring program with several mentors, including Jesus. What were your challenges and your main needs when you joined this mentoring program?
Yeah, because I was loose completely. No, the reason was 5 years ago I started the journey with my professor. Yeah, I also coming from the academic side. I didn't know anything about business, so I have a lot of questions and no answers. So looking for answers, I find the madri+d and I apply. This was the first time for me to start to think outside of the box from the academic to the how to manage a business. And the beginning was hard, but now more or less I understand something after 5 years.
Okay, do you think your business approach has improved thanks to the mentoring sessions?
Yeah, for sure. I had a lot of mentors during these 5 years, starting here from Madrid+d. After that, I moved to several accelerator programs in order to understand, again, because when you start a business, depending of in my size, I come from the technical part, so for me it was easy to understand how to deploy sensor, how to make the connectivity, but from the business side was very hard for me. I don't understand how to raise money, how to find how to approach a customer, how to present an offer. Maybe for some of you it's easy, but for me it was quite complex. Also to face-to-face interaction with the first customer was a lot of things that I don't have a clear answer. Yeah, my mentors, a lot of them have an impact in my
Okay.
approach.
At what point did you feel that mentoring started to make a difference in your project as an entrepreneur?
Yeah, probably because now after 5 years and more or less, I also am now teaching these kind of things from the business school. And I understand when I have the conversation with myself, a student, that I want to create a business, and it would be myself 5 years ago. I understand that to be a mentor, I am not a mentor, but at least a professor, you need to you need to understand that the people that want to create a business have a lot of a lot of doubt, but also you need to, in some point, give you the opportunity to make his own mistakes. So for me, this is the most important thing of my mentor. They don't force me to do this. They give me some recommendation, and based on this recommendation, I find out the right or the wrong path sometimes. But in some way, for me, this is the most important thing. That I understand that the mentor is somebody that don't teach you how to do it. Somebody that at some point give you some advice, and maybe he's moving you in the other direction, and after that you understand and say thank you. Yeah, it's my idea. And it was the mentor's idea.
Okay, and finally, Gerardo, do you think the mentoring process has been really useful for your business? Would you recommend this mentoring process for other entrepreneurs?
Yeah, because I was trying to read and execute during the PhD. You read and execute. But in some point you understand that you can make shortcuts if you find the proper person because maybe by myself it will be not the same, because the mentor is the shortcut in some point to move to the one point, another point. And also you need to understand as an entrepreneur what is the really thing that is you are strong, and also you need to understand where is your weak points. And based on that, for me, in my understanding, is the faster way to move on from point A to point B. And for me, this is the most important. And this is the reason I recommend to find to belong to a network like this.
Okay, thank you very much, Gerardo, for sharing your experience. So, and now we move on to Jesus Querol. Jesus is also a mentor for our network for a long time. And he's, among other things, strategist, investment and scalability mentor, and deep tech startup promoter. Thank you for joining us. So first, my first question is, what did you see in the project of Gerardo that made you think the mentoring process could work well?
From the start, it was clear that it's not about the idea, it's about the Gerardo's attitude. Gerardo is curious, humble, down to earth, and genuinely keen to learn. For me, that's what really matters. It's very important to transmit to knowledge to the mentee, but my suggestion is to do a parody. Is by like pointing out the rabbit holes where, okay? The mentee is the person who has to go in and see what's inside the rabbit, and the rabbit can be the model, financial model, go market strategy, and the rabbit, you need to hunt it, the rabbit. This is the idea. Okay.
Very interesting example. So what aspects do you think are important for a mentoring relationship to be successful?
I think trust, for sure. If there's no trust, nothing else really works. And also curiosity. It's important to the mentee has to go in and to go down the tunnels and get all information about this problem. And other thing is talking about one mentoring relationship isn't having all the answers. It's guiding the right questions. Okay. No answers, the right questions. Mentee has to analyze the right questions, and in this case, he can move and advance her project.
Okay. What have you obtained or learned as a mentor throughout these or other experiences?
A lot of things. Every time I mentor someone, I learn something. I get new perspectives, and I challenge the way I think. For instance, sometimes the mentee asks a right question and made me, stop and go, good question. It's very important. And let me share a little secret. I get some information about new business model, new innovative technologies, new disruptive innovation at zero cost. I mean, it's free. For me, it's to having a front row seat for the future with any cost. Sure. It's fantastic. It's a little secret, please.
Secret. What impact do you think mentoring has on entrepreneurs' professional development?
For me, mentoring gives him a bit of mental compacts. With Gerardo, I saw how over time he gained more clarity, more confidence in his decisions. It's very important. It's the idea to transmit, I don't have any old answers. We can build together what is the replies. And your business model, your financial model are improving with the Fundación Madrid+d mentorship program.
Okay, thank you very much, Jesus. Thank you both for sharing your experience. I think we can continue with Elena.
Okay, let's try.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. No, I think when the network that didn't work, I was saying that Dolores was both intellectually prepared and emotionally available for the mentoring relationship. So that was one of the key factors to the success of the relationship. Okay.
Okay, okay, thank you. Okay, what have you obtained or learned as a mentor throughout this experience with Dolores?
Well, a lot of things, as Jesus said, but because leadership is a two-way street relationship. But in this case, I especially learn. Do you hear me? Oh yes.
Yeah, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Especially, I learned that how difficult for people who is working with a science stage and in the university to spin off and to face the business. So so I think that this is very important because I think that the public administration need to improve the time that takes for these people that is working hard to bring the labs to the market, as Immaculada said, to do it in a shorter time, not 3 years or 4 years like it's happening now. So that's what I learned. So I think we need to all of us to work on that.
Okay, okay. So
Okay.
finally, Elena, what impact do you think mentoring has on an entrepreneur's professional development?
Um, Well, I think quite a lot of things. As Dolores said, is I mean, the mentor is a mirror, someone who is sparring her ideas, but also brings a mentor brings a practical experience to the business. Um, I think that also it can bring network opportunities to the mentee. Um, and not very important also the moral support, because the entrepreneur is a lonely journey. So the moral support and encouragement is very important, and at least I think it helps entrepreneur to stay focused on priorities and accountable for progress.
Okay.
Hello?
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Elena. Thank you, Elena.
Sorry, because the connection. Okay, thanks to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Elena. Thank you both for sharing your experience. And well, I think it's time to finish. Eduardo will close the event.
Yes. I don't know if we need instruments, but well, I just wanted to say thank you to all the. Can you hear me from Lena? Can you hear me? No, it's okay. I wanted to thank you all the speakers, and I think it was really interesting. We could overcome some technical issues, so it was great to count with the experience of Jesus and Elena, and also the previous speakers. So thank you very much to all of you. Now we have some time for Spanish vino español, Spanish wine. So those of you that are online, I'm sorry, but first of all, I would like to take a picture, with all the business mentors here in the room, and maybe we can also upload it in our social networks. Okay, thank you to all of you, and let's see you in a few minutes downstairs. And please come here, and we will take the picture here. Huh?